Hello everyone and welcome back to Alos gameplay. Today we're continuing our Transport Fever 2 playthrough. In this episode we're going to do some optimization. There are some lines that are struggling, there are overflowing stations. We'll need to check on the oil line, make sure it has all it needs to operate correctly, possibly do some train upgrades. Let's have a look at how we're doing. Beaminster 439 population. We seem to have stagnated a little bit, so we'll definitely need to make sure we get this back up and growing. We want it to go up, not stay the same. Let's have a look at the oil line. It is working, although it is maybe a tad slow. And I think the issue might be demand. Beaminster is the only city wanting oil. It's only 17 it requires. Where are those 17 oil even located? Are we catching them? Is our lovely truck line reaching them? Yes, it is, but it just isn't enough. So let's add a line for Moseley. We'll add a station here. Let's do it far away from the residential areas to make sure the trucks don't bother them. Because if the trucks travel through residential areas, they will create noise, pollution, and the citizens will not like it. New line there to here. After a little crash of the game, continuing, we'll do waypoint on both sides of the street, add it to the line. That's good. There we go. And then we need a couple of trucks, cargo trucks. We'll do 3 of these. Chuck them on the new line. Now, if we have a look at the factory, Moseley is starting to demand fuel as well, making the line more profitable. Also, I think I'm going to add a gas station connection just to make sure the train running the oil has enough demand for the fuel. And for Beaminster, we need to make sure the quality of the life in the city stays good. Currently, we are losing some growth because of emissions, noise, pollution, and this is because of the truck lines and also the train line. In hindsight, I should have built the train line further away from the residential area. That is a bit of a shame. Might come back to changing the location later on, but currently that will have to stay. But what we can do is we can take this truck line further away from the residential area. So let's do a new station for the food line. Now we're gonna catch all of the food while being as far away from residential buildings as possible. We'll plop it there. It is the CA2 line, manage line, and station. We'll drop off North Road, cutting the line a bit shorter, and hopefully the trucks will bother people of Beaminster just a little bit less. Another thing we can do, we add a bit of road here. Like so. I believe we can make the blue line run just a little bit further away from the center as well. Let's see, Beaminster South. Next, I want you to go drive there. Then here, there we go. So they will go past the city or in completely. Another thing is the quality of the vehicles on the drop-off lines. Let's see. You are currently in a very good condition. But how about the others? Do just what we can see. There's some medical ones. These are the tram lines. Okay, let's change that. So the worse condition the vehicles are, the more emissions they cause. And since these are the vehicles mainly running in the city, I'm gonna up the maintenance very high, just to make sure they'll make as little pollution and noise as possible. They'll cost a lot more to run, but they shouldn't cause that much issue. Now, next, we'll have a look at some overflowing stations, which we can find here. Here. Some stations that are producing more cargo than the trucks have time to transport. Let's add some trucks on CA1 line, manage vehicles, do 3 more, just a bit more. Next one, we've got an overflow issue down here, mostly crude, manage vehicles. You can say 3 more here as well. Then, so here's the problem. The trucks come to the station faster than they can fill up. So either this should be replaced by a rail line that can carry more goods, or we need a second truck connection. Now, I don't like making duplicate truck connections from single source. It's a bit messy. You end up with a lot of truck traffic. So ideally, I would want to import the grain from somewhere else if needed. But currently, the ships, which have been upgraded to be larger ones, to Nara castles, they are doing good. There's enough grain for all of them, so I don't see a need to change that. Now let's see, B-Minister drop-off is struggling. We need more vehicles. Do more. Make sure that they are all well maintained. I think this line should be fine. It just got a bit shorter, so the frequency should increase for the trucks. Shorter the line, the less trucks you need. Let's have a look at the oil line. So we've increased the shipment rate from 70 to 57, which is excellent. This is running full load of oil to the station. And let's see, how full does it get on the outgo? Making lots of money. Filling up. Well, could be better. So I think we are going to need some sort of truck line running fuel. Well, I suppose you are coming to the station full with oil, so it's not going to help the train unless we build some sort of fuel connection on this end, basically taking the fuel from mostly, I don't know, Caister, Ashford. They need some fuel. Wouldn't happen to have any fuel stations lying around here? No. Loss up. Okay. Any other stations that got overflowing issues? Top some stone, and each vehicles will add a couple. There we go. Alright. Next, I think we'll have a look at Beaminster Food and Brick. Now, these are some old vehicles. And the problem is, they have a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour, which was fine, but we can do better. So let's replace the whole set. Go. We've got steam as the only option. There's a nice new Prussian locomotive which we could use. Well, how are the stats? It is just a little bit more affordable than the A35 with the same tractive effort, so ability to start moving and climb hills. just a little bit less power. I think we'll do these. They've got the same stats. Streamlined sounds very fancy and nice. So we'll replace the wagons as such. Now next we need some wagons, twin boxcar, which can do food, some 50 kilometers per hour maximum. So this can do brick. Now since the only wagon that can do bricks is the flat car with an 80 kilometer per hour maximum, so that will be our new speed limit. We'll select these, add a couple in. Let's make sure the speed stays acceptable. And next we are going to need to add the box cars. Now these ones are quite light, but we are limited to transporting with an 80 kilometers per hour speed, so I think we should go with the standard boxcar. Let's see, we will need a fair bit of these. That might just do it. Let's see, how many do we have on the old one? Right. Okay, I think that will be good. Yes. Couple more. We'll keep the train quick. Add some capacity. I think that will do. 120 capacity, which is more than it used to be, and hopefully it will be faster. Replace. And there we go. Now it should handle a bit more traffic. So we've done some optimization. Let's see. Has it done any difference? Well, the oil line is working now. That is raking in some good cash. We've been able to pay our loan off. Who is the most expensive to run? Beaminster. That is to be expected. Maintenance is high, is mostly feeding the train line. And we would need another train to capitalize on that. Which I think we are getting close to being profitable. How are you doing? You are making profit. But obviously you could do a bit better. Let's have a look. Oil line running well. How are we here? It seems to be an okay amount of trucks going there. don't think we can do another train. At least not yet. You are running full, so there's no real need to increase demand unless we increase supply. Let's have a look at Beaminster. How are we doing? Here's our headquarters. We are doing good. Money-wise, we are running a bit of deficit, but that is fine. That's just because we bought 14 million worth of locomotives. We are headed back down, which I do not like. We've been able to increase the growth with a little bit more, but I think what we need is goods. We need to make goods. You would also need a lot more construction material. So in the next episode, we'll be looking into some new manufacturing lines for goods. We'll also have a look at the line to Topsom to increase the flow of goods. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing so you don't miss the next part of the series. If you'd like to support the channel, you can find my Ko-fi link in the description. Until next time, take care and happy gaming.